Last week on MoneyFish.
It was round and round and back and forth, and we changed drivers, and that fish did not make it easy.
The line started wrapping back over the guides, the eyes, then back over me, then back around Ben's leg.
Locked the arm under the gunnel and popped it because I heard Drew screaming in the back that everybody was wrapped up in line. And it was just, that was going to be a bad deal. So that's how we parted way with the big blue marlin that we called the tuna tournament.
We on the hunt for that money fish. When we set that hook, we don't ever miss. One day this game is gonna make us rich, y'all. Climb on board, let's hunt that money fish.
I'm an angler, fish wrangler. I catch 'em no matter where they are, y'all. I go get 'em. Call me the line wetter. Big fish catcher, rockin' hook gear, ain't no one better. Lake to salt water, pond to big river. When I bait the hook, I always deliver. Only one thing always on my list. Wake up and hunt that money fish. Put your boat in, call your friends. It's about that time to go fishing again.
We on the hunt for that money fish. When we set that hook, we don't ever miss. One day this game is gonna make us rich, y'all. Climb on board, let's hunt that money fish.
Top water terror, bait cast a bandit. Deep sea demon, the fish can't stand it. Know that I'm coming, saltwater chumming. Largemouth legend, show up and catch 'em. There's only one thing always on my list. Wake up and hunt that money fish. Put your boat in, call your friends. It's about that time to go fishing again. Oh, I'm about to get 'em right here. Gonna take that thing. It's that money fish.
We on the hunt for that money fish. When we set that hook, we don't ever miss. One day this game is gonna make us rich, y'all. Climb on board, let's hunt that money fish.
Money fish.
The Hook team gets ready for their second day in the Ocean City Tuna Tournament.
Last night to today, we're now in the Wilmington Canyon. We're gonna go back after the big eye, some yellowfin. Hopefully we can put together a stringer and get on the board. We'll see what happens.
The Hook team runs to the Wilmington Canyon.
Gassed up in the morning, headed out. Luck would have it, the seas were flat, and we made it out to the Wilmington Canyon this time to try for a big eye up there, just in time for line's end. And that was a day that just didn't work out. Went on a little bit of a walkabout, trolled around, trolled down the ledge and along the 100 line, but just nothing. Slow day overall. 0 fish caught in the Wilmington, couple in the Washington. We zigged when we should have zagged, but man, blue marlin during the tuna tournament, just something we hadn't experienced before, and for us, it made it a great tournament.
So hard to catch these fish when they're not feeding in the wrong time, and we didn't get a bite. Saw a couple fish caught around us, and some of our buddies were making it happen. A few fish were shark, but there was just nothing we could do to make it happen. We were doing everything possible, and that's part of it. That's part of fishing. That's part of fishing these tournaments. Really for us, we're spending time together as a team, not only learning ourselves as a fishing team, but as a company, and that's what it takes.
Little discouraging that we didn't catch that big eye species that we were looking for, that big tuna to really hang up on the board. But it's fishing, it's not harvesting, and we know that, and we're thankful for the time that we get to spend together more than anything else, because our company, the tighter we are, the better we'll be. And these opportunities of being on the boat all day long and just rubbing with each other and sharpening each other and getting to know each other. We know everybody's personalities better, how they're going to react to different things. And so when we deal with stuff in the business world, we know what's going to happen. We also start to think like each other. And when you're a team, that's what you want to be. You want to know how someone else is going to handle a situation or deal with something. So these times that we get together and do this type of thing only strengthens our company and only strengthens our brand.
Your choice of fishing apparel can make or break your day out on the water. Added mesh vents for superior breathability. Moisture transport cooling technology to keep you dry and comfortable. And antimicrobial to keep you from smelling like your catch. With added SPF to keep you protected. We've added stain release to keep the blood or any other stains at bay. Our most technologically advanced fishing shirt for all the necessary dirty work.
Come on, get together.
Hey. Good job.
Yeah, right.
The Nomad system is engineered to help you get back to the basics. Integrated assembly. Silver Z scent suppression system. Industry-leading scent reduction technology. Each piece is modular, but can stand on its own. Expanding gussets in the outer shell give you freedom of movement in the early season, but allows you to expand the foul weather system in winter. Nomad provides technical clothing built by hunters for hunters.
Back in Ocean City, the team has just finished day 3 of the tuna tournament.
Get in to the dock around 6, and the team is leaving with a 5 a.m. flight the next day to go to Orlando for iCast. And pull out a map. That means you're leaving Ocean City at 2 a.m. So everybody had to come back, shower, pack, get ready. 2 a.m. wake up, get into BWI, fly to Orlando, and get setting up. And that's we decided to do it last year. We did it this year, and I think if we're lucky, we'll be able to do it forever. In that we fish the tuna tournament, that kicks off the season, and then we go straight to iCast, all jacked up, sunburned, what have you, but coming in there real authentic.
So here we had a quick turnaround of having to get up, drive to Baltimore to get on the airplane at 7 o'clock in the morning, 8 o'clock in the morning, and fly to iCast because we had to put a booth together. We had to launch our second season of product, and we were very excited about this second season. So we had that momentum of catching a big fish during the tournament, but we also had this momentum and this adrenaline rush of showing everybody how much we've grown between year 1 and year 2.
Last year, it was even crazier just because of our schedule and how we had to turn things around. But this year, we had more on our plate, and just in the industry, we're a little bit more well represented and well known. We flew in, got the booth set up. It always comes down to the last minute, missing samples. But we pull together as a team, and you get creative, and you figure out ways to make things look really jam up.
iCast is one of the largest trade shows in the country, and this is where we make it happen. This is where we launch all of our product for 2016 and let the industry know what we're coming with. We've had a year now to build our brand, to build product, and really, really get better at what we do, and that's what we did. We got into Orlando, the team was there setting up the booth and making it look sharp. It's Tuesday, the day before iCast. We've been setting up the booth. Bobby and the team have been working the last 2 days to get this booth set up, organized, and ready for the 2015 iCast here in Orlando. Ben just arrived. His flight got canceled this morning, just got in, so the merchandising master is going to go to town. We're going to get this thing decked out, so tomorrow when people walk into the show, it's going to be unbelievable. Our product is out of this world, and it's going to be crazy.
It's tough to figure out how we're going to merchandise all this new product. Right now, it looks like even the extra 40 foot of booth space is not enough. So really paring it down into what's really cool, trying to figure out where it all goes. what you want to feature, what's going to be, have the most wow factor when people walk through. It's kind of what we're doing now, and the sun is setting on the day, so we're running out of time. Everybody's hustling, and doing our best to get it done and be ready for tomorrow.
Tried to do some kind of organization, and anyhow, you just try to mix it up, make the colors look pretty, and somebody's probably gonna come around and change it anyhow. So whatever I'm doing right now, I'm probably wasting my time. I'm just trying to make it appealing to the eye and show the selection. Yeah, we are mixing one. So what do we want to put up there? We're running the same style on that line, and we're out of that style, so we got to go somewhere. When in doubt, let's throw a Cryptek up there. Even though you can't see it like that. Well, let's try something else. There we go.
So partnering up with GoPro, we're gonna go and merchandise the GoPro booth, all their mannequins with our product. Just a great partnership, makes sense, what we do day to day, filming, what our customer base does, filming. The partnership's great, the product's gonna look great, and it's, just part of that marketing platform we've put together for iCast.
Everything's going well. Just setting them last minute. You always have things at last minute, and we'll keep on getting after it. Before we walk out of this booth, it will be set, merch, ready to go. Talk to accounts, talk to customers. It's going to be exciting. So a lot to come, but we'll be ready for it.
Personally, we knocked it out, got it done, walked out of there with that thing looking fantastic.
This is performance, from the first fish to the last.
We torture our lights so you can rely on them in the real world. Rigid Industries has created the world's toughest LED lights, now available for your boat. Start seeing the difference. Rigid Industries.
The Nomad system is engineered to help you get back to the basics. Integrated assembly. Silver Z scent suppression system. Industry-leading scent reduction technology. Each piece is modular, but can stand on its own. Expanding gussets in the outer shell give you freedom of movement in the early season, but allows you to expand the foul weather system in winter. Nomad provides technical clothing built by hunters for hunters.
The team gets ready for iCast to begin.
iCast this year is very, very different. I mean, last year, kind of coming in, we really didn't know what was going to happen. We thought we'd make a splash with pro staff and really, generate a lot of buzz, and it ended up working. And this year we turned the corner. The product from 2015 was outstanding for season one or year one as a company. The product for 2016 blew everybody's mind, and really coming in with a booth that's twice as big. And the assortment that we had, from the new Casey Scott stuff to Cryptek to the outerwear program, the women's, all that stuff was just outstanding, incredibly well received day one, and just set the table for the rest of the event.
iCast was absolutely crazy. I mean, the main days are Wednesday to Friday, and it was nonstop. I mean, when I say nonstop, there was so much going on that you couldn't drink water.
good kickoff today. We had all the reps in, walking through product. It's their first time seeing it. Obviously, it was our first time yesterday, so a lot of excitement this year. Last year, we didn't have reps, so we're just relying on people to come by. This year, we have all our reps working out, marking the floor, bringing customers in. We should be jam-packed all day. Thankfully, we got a little more space, but they were very fired up to see product, so it's a good kickoff. Feels really good starting the day.
There was people in that booth 24/7 bouncing around like a pinball. I mean, it was incredible, and it's a great place because we had some of our media on the walls showing some of the shows and showing some of the things we do, and having new product and having new buyers and new pro staff in the booth getting involved with the brand. And that's what this is about. We want the nation to get involved with this brand somewhere or another and be part of it because we love it that much.
We're slammed. This has kind of become the standard status quo for booth time here at Maryland Outdoor. We're just slammed, and it's a great problem to have. We're very humbled that people are willing to come and see what we've got and what we've put together here. Hopefully they have as much satisfaction wearing it as we have building it. So day one, iCast, just like any other day in Maryland Outdoors.
You know, it's not this, man, have you heard of those guys thing anymore. It was people were coming to see us. We had reps in the building. We had 40 of them that were bringing customers over. And right out of the gate, man, we were jam-packed the whole day. And it really built into what is now our tradition for that family shot at iCast. And after that, man, you couldn't move in that thing.
It's tradition with us that we do a family photo. And this family photo is a culmination of everybody who's been involved with the brand and represents the brand, and it's our entire team, it's our pro staff teams, it's all the big names, and we get together and spend time together because that's what it's all about. You know, no matter how big or small or what you do or what your role is, if you're a part of the Hook brand, you are part of this family, and we're going to keep it that way forever, and that's why it's special. Now we're getting ready. We got a beer cart coming in, and we're gonna get our pro staff together. And you know, this is the time we do the family shot, and we do it every year, and it's really important. You know, this is the core group that believes in this brand no matter what, and they're here to support, they're here to develop, they're here to promote this brand. So we're excited, and that's why we call it the family shot. You know, it really is a family.
Old Crack Rabbit's in there trying to get people all rounded up like cattle. Unfortunately, Crack Rabbit ain't very good at it. He's sitting back there, he's spinning his wheels. You got a bunch of people with beer in their hands. They're not gonna wanna come take a picture. They're wanting to socialize. That's what's going on. We'll see if it happens. I'll be still standing here in about 20 minutes doing the same thing we're doing now.
It's like we were placed on HGH. It's like our family has grown tremendously. Our health growth was tremendous. I look back at this picture, I was like, half the people, I'm wondering who they were. I actually did know them. It's just, you know, I hadn't really met them. I knew who they were. But, you know, seeing our new family and people that you're now wrapping arms with, you're holding hands with, you're taking steps in life with, it's pretty cool to see the growth that happened between year one and year two. It's kind of actually very humbling that these people want to be part of our family. And the fact that they chose us, the fact that they said yes, the fact that, you know, they're willing to wear our product, it kind of makes you just take a step back and be very thankful for what we've been given and done.
So day one's in the books. Just fantastic. I think, you know, we had very high expectations and met them all. I mean, the booth was stuffed all day, happy hour, pictures, everything went great, team delivered. And looking forward to tomorrow, where we're typically busier than today. Everybody sees all the gadgets, the reels, the rods, day one, and then day two is the soft goods. So we'll be jammed up tomorrow.
Your choice of fishing apparel can make or break your day out on the water. Added mesh vents for superior breathability. Moisture transport cooling technology to keep you dry and comfortable, and antimicrobial to keep you from smelling like your catch, with added SPF to keep you protected. We've added stain release to keep the blood or any other stains at bay. our most technologically advanced fishing shirt for all the necessary dirty work.
We admit it. All the stuff we have in here pales in comparison to what's out there. Sportsman's Warehouse. Take it outside. What's in a name? In our case, more names. Sportsman's Warehouse. Take it outside.
Earlier this year, the Hook team went fishing for blackfin in Charleston, South Carolina.
One of the things we try to do every year is to get a trip booked on the full pool and go out and chase blackfin tuna, which for people that have done it, it's not the sexiest thing in the world, with the exception of the way Ryan Riggs does it. We put up a 4-foot parafoil kite, fly a bunch of rubber fish, and the bites are just incredible. It's like an electric cockpit on the boat as these things are launching out of the water and blowing up on the baits, and it's a very hands-on experience for the anglers. You get to run the baits. You're dropping them back, you're skipping them. It's similar concept to plug fishing or fishing with a lure for bass or redfish or anything like that, except you're 40 miles out and you're skipping them for blackfin tuna. And just the bite experience is super cool. They taste fantastic, so it's 100% a meat fishing trip, but it's one of the coolest things that we do throughout the year in terms of, being able to fish on the big boats and getting these crazy bites. It's something that we really look forward to. Any time we spend on the full pool with Riggs is great, and man, it just did not disappoint this year again.
These are pretty strong fish, and it's incredible that you'll see them come skying out of the water and blow up on a dangler, hook it, and then you still got to, bring this thing in 500 yards. So, we were out there with Ryan really just trying to see how great this fishery was and what this fishery means to South Carolina, and watch how he did it, because I think we can take this way of, this idea of kite fishing up to, the mid-Atlantic or offshore South Florida and catch some of our yellowfins and blackfins and, bonita. It's just a unique style of fishing that's very technical, but extremely, extremely cool when it happens.
It's a kind of a adrenaline rush. They come up and they hit the yummy, which is just dangling in the water and skipping across the water like a flying fish. That whole attack on the bait and, just pulling it away from just enough, and then all of a sudden they just come up and hammer it really hard. All of a sudden, you have a fish and it's hooked on, and the drag is running, passing it down for people to catch it, and it was a great experience.
Up here, they have some of the largest around, and you quickly find out that fighting a 20 to 30 pound tuna while pulling baits at 6 knots when they've hit several hundred yards out is one of the worst fishing experiences you will have. It is humiliating, arm burning, tuna catching, box filling stuff, and very quickly after everybody gets like that first one in, you fight it standing up, and then the next one you're kind of looking and you're making sure nobody's watching, and you get in the chair, and then after you do that, you turn around and you got a bite and the rod's screaming off, and there's nobody around. Everybody's kind of runs inside because they don't want to reel any more of these things in. They are brutal. It's a lot of can cranking, and man, it's hard to find somebody to crank one in if they get 2 or 3, and that was the case, man. And then after Docker, I cranked in a bunch. I mean, it was brutal. The mates not wanting anything to do with it. It was a hard day. There's a lot of sore arms today.
So I did my best to get in there and do a couple gaff shots and help out, but at the end of the day, it was, we looked at Ben and we're like, this is on you, big boy. We were just all exhausted. Everyone was hurting, and we really relied on him to get in there and be the hammer and crank out a lot of those fish in. So, one of those things. Everyone's got to take a hit now and again.
This is our local trip. I mean, we are based in Charleston, South Carolina. And, the full pool is the local big boat. We've got a couple other ones, but A lot of what gets done around here is meat fishing. I mean, it's similar to what we do out of Maryland, where you go out and catch tuna, but that shifts to a billfish fishery as you get later in the summer. Down here, it does not, man. It's tuna, it's wahoo, it's mahi, it's ground fishing, and it's filling up the box. And we did it yesterday, and we did it really well.